Hey there, have you heard the whispers? Seen the startling headlines? Frankenstein rabbits, tentacle tumors. It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi flick, but it's happening right now in our parks, and it involves these fluffy little creatures. Some rabbits are infected with the cottontail papilloma virus. What exactly is going on with these animals? How are they getting these bizarre growths? And most importantly, what does it mean for us? Let's find out. So, what are we actually seeing on these rabbits? Those strange, dark, sometimes horn-like growths are caused by a virus, the cottontail papilloma virus, also known as Shope papillomavirus. It's a virus that specifically targets rabbits, causing the rapid growth of keratin, the same protein that makes up our hair and nails. Think of it like a really intense wart, but often much larger and more dramatic looking.
The papillomavirus infects the basal cells of the skin. Once inside, the viral DNA hijacks the cell's machinery, causing it to rapidly divide and produce excessive keratin. This leads to the formation of the characteristic papillomas, or tumors.
These growths can vary greatly in size and shape. Some might look like small spikes, others can become quite large and branched, almost resembling antlers. This is actually what fuels the legend of the jackalope, that mythical creature with rabbit body and antelope horns. Now, how do these rabbits actually get infected? The primary way the cottontail papillomavirus spreads is through the bite of insects, mainly mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas. When these little critters feed on an infected rabbit, they can pick up the virus. Then, if they bite a healthy rabbit, they can transmit the virus. Direct contact between rabbits can also play a role in spreading the virus, especially if there are open wounds or abrasions. However, the insect vector is considered the main culprit for wider transmission in the wild rabbit population. This is why we often see more cases during warmer months when insect activity is higher. For the infected rabbits, these growths can unfortunately make life pretty tough. Depending on their location and size, the papillomas can obstruct their vision, making it harder to spot predators or find food. If the growths are around their mouth, it can make eating and drinking difficult. In some cases, large tumors can even impede their ability to move freely.
While many rabbits can live with the papillomas and the growths may even regress on their own over time, in severe cases, the tumors can be debilitating and potentially lead to secondary infections or increased vulnerability to predators.
Now, the question on everyone's mind, can this virus affect humans or our beloved pets? The great news is, absolutely not. The cottontail papillomavirus is species-specific. It is adapted to infect rabbit cells and cannot replicate in human or other animal cells like dogs and cats. So, you don't need to worry about catching anything from these rabbits just by being in the same park. However, and this is important, wildlife officials always advise against touching or handling any wild animals, especially those that appear sick or distressed. This is not because of a risk of getting this specific virus, but to protect yourself and the animal. Stress from human interaction can further harm a sick animal. So, what should you do if you see a rabbit with these growths? The best thing is to simply observe it from a distance and leave it alone. Keep your pets leashed to prevent them from approaching the rabbit. If you are concerned about a high number of visibly sick animals in your area, you can contact your local parks and wildlife authorities. They monitor wildlife health and can provide further guidance. The case of the Frankenstein rabbits might sound alarming, but understanding the science behind the cottontail papillomavirus helps us separate fact from fiction. It's a natural phenomenon in wild rabbit populations, primarily spread by insects, and poses no direct threat to humans or our pets. Let's remember to respect wildlife, observe from a safe distance, and continue to appreciate the incredible biodiversity of our natural spaces. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay safe, and we'll see you.